Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So many of you found my, oh, I haven't got lipstick on. What am I doing? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really good week. So lots of you found my 10 looks one palette with my Anastasia Soft Glam palette really helpful. It's full of very easy, very everyday looks that anybody like me can do, any beginner. You don't need loads of brushes, you don't need any skill. I don't have any. So yeah, lots of people found that really helpful. So I thought I would do another one with another very popular palette, and that is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is what, look at the state of the mirror, oh my god. This is what this palette looks like, and I think lots of people are really intimidated by this palette because it's got a lot of colour in it. There are a lot of purples and a lot of vibrant shades in there. I know lots of you were saying, you know, should I buy this? Can I actually use this on a day-to-day basis? And am I going to get that much use out of it? Or maybe people who actually have purchased this but really don't know, you know, the combinations that work or how to use it, and are a bit maybe intimidated by the number of shades and also just all of that beautiful colour in there. As always, you guys know I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not an expert, I'm not a beauty guru. I am just a normal person who loves makeup. So what I'm going to show you today is 10 looks that anyone can do very quickly. All of these looks took under 3 minutes to do one eye. I'm just going to do one eye with each look to save time. I'm not going to be doing my brows or my mascara or my lower lash line in every look because it'll be very similar, and obviously lashes and brows are going to get ruined during this process. I'm going to leave them till the end. I'm not going to do my lower lash line because all I do with my lower lash line is that I take my Zoeva pencil brush and I run the first shade that I use on my upper lid, my top lid, what do you call that? Up there. Whatever shade I use first, I then take that on a pencil brush and just run it underneath my lower lash line. So that's what I would do with every one of these looks. And I don't want to wipe this very sensitive, delicate eye area over and over and over again as I'm doing each look. So I'm just going to do the lid area. I don't know what to call it. What do you call it? Let me know. I'm also not going to highlight my brow bone every time because when I'm using this palette, I use this shade Desert Sand every time to do that. So I will just do that the first look, which I'm going to talk you through. So the first look that we're going to do, I'm going to talk you through all the techniques, brushes, etc. will be listed down below if I don't mention them. I'll also link down below my favourite brushes video, so if you want more information about the brushes and how I use them and all of my favourite brushes, face brushes as well as eye brushes, I'll link that in the description bar. Also list all of the shades that I've used in each look down in the description bar, so if you want to come back to it later, then you've got all of that information there. Please let me know in the comments down below which was your favourite, which ones you liked. If there was any that you hated or you didn't love, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. So without further ado, let's get started on this mission. Okay, so I'm going to just start with some MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I'm going to start off with the shade Eden, which is this gorgeous sort of peachy shade. This, a lot of the time, I just wear it by itself for like a quick one shadow look. You don't have to be as careful with these shadows as you do with the Anastasia shadows. They're not as like dusty or as loose in the pan. So with the Anastasia shadows where you just have to like tap your brush in, with these you can actually swirl most of them and just pick up a bunch of product. So I'd say for like lots of people these are probably easier to work with if you're a bit more heavy-handed. And by the way, I'm just using my Sigma E40 as my first blending brush, always. Love this brush. Next I'm going to take my Morphe M441 and I'm going to go in with the shade Royal, which is this sort of shimmery, I guess, but like really deep purple shade. It looks really intimidating in the swatch, but it isn't glittery and it isn't really shimmery. It's more like luminous or sort of satin when you actually put it onto the lid. And as you can see, it really doesn't come across as like a really dark purple shade, which is how it looks in the pan. I think a lot of people are quite intimidated by this palette because it's got sort of lots of real colour in there, but actually a lot of them are way less intimidating on the eye than they are in the palette, which I guess if you're really artistic and creative will probably be maybe disappointing, but for me, the shades that I thought I wouldn't use, I actually can, like this one. On the lid I'm going to go in with Celestial, which is like, looks kind of gold in the pan, but has this sort of pinky shift to it. And again, with most of the shimmers in this palette, they are quite buildable. Some of them, you know, you could really help out with a bit of Fix Plus to just get them to be a little more pigmented. But for me, every day, I really don't feel the need to use a Fix Plus. I think this is like absolutely fine for me for like day to day. And I'm just going to use my sort of nameless random boots brush to highlight my brow bone using Desert Sand. That is a matte shade, so it's not going to give you a shimmer up there. I'm just going to take a little bit more of Eden and I'm going to run that under my lash line. So everything kind of fits together. And that's what I would do with my pencil brush. This is the Zoeva pencil brush, but I would just do that. Whatever the first shade I use, generally I just run it under my lash line with my pencil brush. There you have it, that is your first look. there you have it. Those are 10 looks for you to try with the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I love this palette. I think it's way more versatile than lots of people realise. Certainly usable for every day. There is loads of shades in here that I will just pick up on my blending brush and blend into the crease, one shade for every day. I can do that with pretty much any of the mattes other than maybe Amethyst and Desert Sand, because it's just obviously too light to use in that way. But any of the other mattes I will just take on a blending brush and blend into my crease and go if I'm in a rush. Really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the subscribe button before you go so I can see you again. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.